Alright, I finally decided to participate in a Clan Wars event. Well, I finally was able to participate in a Clan Wars event. We had a battle scheduled for Sunday evening at 8 p.m., so I showed up. I had Discord ready, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to figure out if it was a Clan Wars event or we were just fighting in a training room. I hope it was a Clan Wars event, but I don't know. I'm not sure. The organization was kind of lacking at this point. There were no clear announcement, and I was generally a bit confused. And I also wasn't doing really great in those games. I just sucked. So yeah. And in this particular game, the RNG was also not on my side. So that shot at IS-6 was great, but the next one bounced. The next one I just missed. So, given that this is a Conqueror with an excellent gun, it was strange that it was happening with me. And now I'm thinking that I will kill those German tank destroyers because they are very lightly armored and I have hash rounds, and this would go like hot knife through them, doing a lot of damage. So I have adrenaline ready, so I'm thinking that I will tear them apart. But unfortunately, this didn't happen. They were just too fast and too sneaky, and I wasn't able to catch them. But the problem is this: I did just 50 points of damage. I probably should have stayed and baked, but I decided to. I wasn't sure what to do. I missed this one. I was thinking to go up to the hill, try to help my team instead of just dropping down. I took a big hit, and yeah, it was just awful. Probably what I should have done is that I should have engaged my adrenaline early and tried to fight against only one of them at the point. I don't know, it was kind of terrible. And of course the combined DPM was just better than mine. And the rest of the team wasn't doing great either, so... Well, as I say, yeah, I lost 3 games in a row, and that was probably my fault too, because I was high tier tank. I probably should have stayed with STI and I would be able to help him there. And then we probably would be able to fight against those German TDs. But anyway, I'm still trying to understand what I could have done differently and what could have worked. But generally, what I didn't like about the training room is that there was no clear communication. We were just talking on the same channel, I believe, and I wasn't sure who saying what. There was no commander which was saying where should we go and what the plan is. So I felt like it was more like a random battle when everyone is on their own. So I was just trying to figure out what's the best position for me. At this point I'm thinking I see that STI goes to the right side, so I'm thinking that maybe I should go to the right too and try to help him, use him not as a mid shield but as kind of point of reference, so I would be able to stay held down. But unfortunately I break that rule, I move too much forward. Probably I should have gone with mediums and pressed the left flank. Probably they were expecting me there and I was unable to help them. I don't know. The problem with Conqueror is that it's still a heavy tank, and at this point, though I'm trying to stay held down, I just can't spot those German TDs. I have to get closer, but the moment I move closer to them, I'm being spotted before I spot them, and I get really big shells from them, so it just doesn't work. And it was clear that the red team was just outplaying us. Our mediums were fighting on their own, and we were not concentrating our fire. Again, we were just fighting randomly on various flanks, trying to do some damage here and there, and we were probably way too aggressive. So I don't know. Yeah, I probably should have gone with mediums. It was, I don't know, bad play on my side. But again, it was hard to say what to do, because again, there was no clear coordination, and I wasn't sure where we're going and what our strategy is. We are just fighting. We are just playing it like a random battle. And what I would have changed about this in the future is that I would definitely designate someone on our team to tell others where we should go and what we should be doing, so it's not like everyone is chatting on Discord, but rather there is someone who is giving orders what to do, and other tanks just listen and occasionally give their comments and feedback if they're being spotted, flanked, or what else, or they need help. But generally there should be just one person who is talking and saying where to go and what we should be doing. Again, it was kind of fun because no one was slacking. Probably we were a bit too aggressive, and I thought that we would be staying further back and would be more sniping at the start. Our mediums were really too aggressive. And this is the third game, and I'm trying to get high ground. Unfortunately, 75 is just too tough for me to penetrate frontally. I mean, it's just too hard to get through it. But fortunately, I was able to do a good deal of damage against that Object 704. It was kind of perfect target for me, and I bounced a couple of shots. So at this point, I'm more or less staying hull down, and I'm trying to support my flank on the left side. But again, we kind of split too thin, and we were attacking from all directions, and we were not concentrating fire very well. So the part of the team that went to the waterfall has collapsed because they were outnumbered. I was trying to support everyone, and it didn't work well. Now someone they were not pushing enough around the hill, and I don't know. I had no idea what's going on and who is pushing where and who is supporting whom. So it was kind of mess. Like, shoot them all, shoot whoever you see on the field, and it was a matter of DPM and who could shoot better, who was more DPM, who has more penetration. I don't know. And the red team was clearly outplaying us because they were always moving like in small groups, and they were just always more effective than we are. So yeah, we lost 3 games in a row, and we were unable to pull a victory. The next one, I believe I was swapped between the teams. I'm not sure why. I was still against that E75, but I believe that STI was now on the red team. I don't know. So basically, this time I'm playing a bit more cautiously. I'm staying more hull down, and this game was rather good for me because I did close to 4k damage in this battle, and that was the only game where I was able to, um, as I think, where I was able to carry the team. So it was the only good game for me, and I pretty much sucked at all other games. So yeah, I'm just staying hidden, do some damage, and it's good that our team also holds well. So they're not doing that 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 great amount of damage, but they're staying alive, and this means that I could do something. So yeah, this game was much better for me. What else? I don't know, I'm still thinking that Conqueror is a great tank for clan wars, but it well, it has certain advantages. The gun is really great. You could shoot APCR rounds, which have rather great penetration, and there are just few select tanks which are hard for you, like E75. But many other tanks is not a problem, and those hash rounds are very effective against lightly armored targets, especially those German tank destroyers if they choose to drive them. And just look at how this DPM works. I know that E75 has long reload, so I'm going... Oh no, at this time I decided to shoot hash round, which was... I thought that maybe I would be able to penetrate and do damage to some internal modules, because E75 took a lot of damage before, but it didn't work. And at this point I put one APCR round, and I know that my reload is better, so I was able to take a second shot, and it worked well. So in this respect, Conqueror has a much better gun than E75, and of course I'm firing much faster than Object 704, so I just went close and put those 4 shots in a row, which killed them both. And now I'm trying to catch that SU, but I just missed it like a split second. But anyway, it was a great game for me, almost 4k damage, so I was happy to do this. And the last game happened on that small map, and it was heavies versus tank destroyers and medium tanks. And it was awful, because typically you lose in such a game, because good players, they just spot you and snipe from the distance, and by the time you are able to close the distance, you lose significant amount of your health. And that T-54 was AFK, but it was probably more effective AFK, because it was spotting us, and just look at the amount of damage they were able to do to us. I lost almost half of my health, and tanks close to me, they also lost a ton of their health. They're just sitting on the opposite side with adrenaline and just shooting us like ducks. So yeah, it was just awful. That's why I don't like driving heavy tanks anymore. Just look at this. I lost 3/4 of my health in return for almost nothing, just shooting AFK tank. Just horrible. But that being said, the second part of the game was more productive to me, because I did one good thing, which you'll see later. So that was pretty lucky shot, and that's why I love the gun of the Conqueror, because of that snapshot ability. And it was really disappointing that the RNG was trolling me that much during the first game against that IS-6 and German tank destroyers. I probably would be able to win if I would be able to connect those shots And probably if I would be a bit more conservative in my moves. But anyway, so at this point we are just trading shots. I'm not sure that why they decided to move closer. They clearly could have been staying back and sitting on the other side of the hill, and they shouldn't have issues spotting us and just killing us from the distance. But they decided to move closer, and that was a very poor move on their side. So again, it doesn't feel like a very coordinated battle. It was more like a random encounter. So I really would like to change something about how we play Clan Wars, because it doesn't look at all like a good competition. I was watching some videos from similar event which was held on Russian server, and they play quite differently. It's much better organized, and they just do it much better. So at this point I decide that I have to spot them, because most of our tanks is just on the sliver of health. So I know that there is this crevasse where I could hide my body and stay hold down. Unfortunately, I took shell from E50, but I know that those heavy tanks on the hill would provide me support and would be able to hit it. Probably E50 should have engaged me more closely. I believe that it should be able to just ram me. And I don't know why it stays back like this. Well, actually this game ends in a draw. But I was lucky to survive for that long up here. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay held down as much as possible, probably track it. Always moving, trying to avoid being shot from the hill, because I know that it has great support. That was a very lucky shot, but unfortunately hit round goes through the turret of Conqueror without problem. So yeah, I'm still not sure if Conqueror is that great for Clan Wars. The gun is great, and it could stay held down, it could bounce quite a few rounds, but again, its turret is not that thick as, say, STI one. So at this point they finally decided to get closer. But it's probably too late. We have less than a minute, and yeah, it would be a draw. So again, what I would have changed is that I would be made the Clan War events more clear, so it's announced what we are doing, how it's happening, because for me I'm still feeling that I don't know what was going on, and we definitely need more coordination. So thanks for watching, bye.